Welcome to Pie's Bakery. We hope you have a wonderful stay.
Alright, so, welcome back to Attack on Titan. You rookies have seen some action. You fought the Titans, you even fought an abnormal, and lived to tell the tale. And you have been assigned recently a very new mission. Near the forest of giant trees, a rather unusual titan, even more so than the abnormals normally spotted, has been seen in the area. The group of you have been tasked with luring out this abnormal and taking it down before it can encroach on any of humanity's territories. There are 5 of you now. You have been given 2 rookies to join you in this hunt. I'm going to put you all here as you find yourselves on the large tree branches in the forest. Very funnily enough, despite not making top 10, I believe they got the most experience points from getting the kills. So, Scout Command would have put you all on a team together from your previous mission. But it is Nicole Walter who is in charge, quote unquote, of this squad now, over your previous commander who lay in infirmary with violent wounds to his entire body.
Alright.
I honestly still can't believe he made it out of that alive. I thought for sure he wasn't gonna make it.
Well, he wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for you both. Well, and me.
One of the new rookies, a similar to William, a large-looking guy by the name of Bertrand, looks towards the 3 of you and says, so what happened to your commander? Some stories go around. I heard you got ambushed on your first outing.
Honestly, it was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. The dude was pretty much gnawn in half, but was still hacking away at this frickin' Titan. We're honestly pretty lucky to have humanity's honestly pretty lucky to have someone like him fighting for him. Never seen anything like it. Didn't think anyone could survive anything like that.
Must be one stubborn bastard to not go down that easily.
Yeah, definitely.
If I ever get caught by one of those monsters, I hope I've got half the fight that he did.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting into a fight. I've been training for a while now, and I feel confident, especially now that I'm on your squad, that we can handle whatever's thrown at us.
I wouldn't get too cocky if I were you.
Yeah, abnormals are no joke.
Hell, you took one down, didn't you?
Yeah, should be piece of cake as long as we got Nicole on our side.
It's not as easy as it looks. Flying all the way up there to cut a very specific spot.
Well, together we can hopefully do it again safely.
That's why you just hack their legs off and bring their neck down to you.
Honestly, that's really is the best strategy.
You hear your 5th squad member, a little looking man, maybe early 20s, similar to the fabled Aaron Yeager, probably signed up to the scouts immediately. Very thin, a man named Aldo Catch, and he says, I also vote for doing things as safely as possible. I'm sure Bertrand here would disagree, but if all of us can make it out of this, the better.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say the strategy of just hacking its legs off would work for someone as small statured as you. You got to have some strength to really get in there. Maybe better off flying around after the neck, not being caught on the ground.
You hear Bertrand start laughing, and he slaps Aldo on the shoulders and said, see what I told you, Aldo. When I offered you that extra food, you should have taken it to bulk up more. And he kind of just shrinks a little bit under the weight of Bertrand's hand. And Bertrand shouts, "So, when do you think we'll see action? How long before the Titans show up?" They said we gotta lure the bastard out, right? How are we gonna do that?
You probably don't want to know. It's the Ricky's job, you know?
Feel sorry for that poor bastard.
As you are all talking and discussing what you might do, can everyone roll me your reaction, please?
Reaction, right.
Reaction.
So my number 2 means I've got a +2 on a D10, right?
Yes. Your number next to your skill means you add that to your D10 roll.
Gotcha.
It's a 4 reaction die. Roll from you.
And then my reaction's a 1.
Okay, so that makes it a 5. I will roll for the others.
That's a +3, so that's a 5.
Okay, so Aldo, the thinner member of the squad, again, you're all talking, having a laugh or whatnot, and you can see or you hear Aldo kind of shout out, "We have some Titans coming!" And he points a bit deeper into the forest, and you see they may not notice you yet because you are above high. You see leaving the forest are 3 4-meter titans, small titans, being followed and flanked by a medium-sized 7-meter titan.
Ooh, that's a big boy. I can probably smell us.
And they're ways away, but you see Bertrand still. He takes out his swords and he says, "Surely this is a good practice test for what's to come, yeah?" And he looks back at the more skilled.
We should send someone down to the forest floor, get their attention to come over, maybe even past our tree, and then as the big titan comes down, there's 5 of us. If we use one person as kind of bait, as soon as they get close, you just jet back out of the way, ODM out of the way. But 4 of us can all try to strike at the titan one after another. If between the four of us we can take it down, then we only have to deal with the little ones.
That's true.
Well,
That sounds like a good plan.
sounds like we have a plan. As I say that, I just kind of drop off the tree branch on my way down to the forest floor.
Okay, you're going down to the forest floor. As you go down, give me a maneuver. See how good your maneuvering is.
Ooh,
That
Not
Ooh,
very
that's not
good.
that didn't even roll correctly.
It didn't. Yeah, I
Oh.
see I got a -1. Oh, my maneuver's at 10. I'm just gonna roll a d10.
Yeah,
Or my
just
maneuver's at
roll-
2. I'm just gonna roll a d10.
Roll a d10.
that's not terrible.
That's 9.
So 9 total.
Yeah.
So how do you zip down to the forest floor? What do you do to get their attention?
I look around to see if I can find a rock to throw at one of them.
All right, you grab a rock and throw it at the nearest one would be one of the small ones. And it immediately turns its head and begins stomping after you with the others in tow. Your maneuver will be able to like keep out of way of them, but we will officially be in the freeform initiative now. So you went for purposes of map. You're like, yeah, what would you keep you where you are? But the rest of the squad is up before the Titans go. So whoever would like to go next may choose to do so. The Titans are on William's trail.
Falco is kind of waiting to see if Nicole does anything.
I hope you guys have a plan.
How
As
close
I'm
is
puffing it through the forest.
how close is the big Titan? Like right next to us?
We'll say the big Titan is like right underneath your new rookie's tree.
Mm.
The new rookies. And these guys are like right here. So it's kind of like this.
Okay. Right.
Have they passed us? Like, are we behind him in terms of like the nape?
You guys are so the big guy is on the branch or under the branch of the rookies. The 3 small ones have passed the rookies tree and are currently under your tree with William running in front of them or zipping in front of them.
Well, I guess the rookies are doing distraction after all for the big one.
Mhm.
You
I
want
think
to
they're
take a shot
coming out
now?
of the forest, chasing after me. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be hard to ODM then. You're gonna have to get him back in.
we're jumping now
if-
as they're right below the
Right.
trees.
If there's an opening on the big Titan, I would want to try to take him first. But again, if I see Nicole looking like she's about to spring towards that one, because of her kill count, Falco doesn't mind her going first. Otherwise, I'm
was-
gonna take it though.
I was gonna do that, to be honest. You read
Okay.
my mind.
Okay, then I will do a second attack after and just abort if you kill it. But I'll do a second one behind you, like with enough precision, hopefully, to not get in your way, basically.
Right. Alright, so I'll swing down and try to... I assume I'm
Alright.
gonna just swing towards it.
Are
The
you
big
going
one.
for the nape?
Yes.
Alright, roll
Try.
me a maneuver check, please.
Okay. The D10... 9, 10, 11...
You
12.
are easily able to get up near its nape. now you can roll an attack roll.
Okay.
You immediately dash in, seeing an opening on the medium Titan, and effortlessly, right under the rookies as they're watching in awe, cut it down.
Woo.
Oh. If you took out the kill. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll like swing and attach myself to like the closest tree, which I assume is the one the rookies are standing on.
So you swing right next to them, and they are both like eyes wide open, like they're in awe of what you just did.
I need a roll a maneuver check if I'm also swinging in, but instead of attacking, I'll just swing back over to the rookie's tree. Be like, you see, that's how it's done. As if I did something.
No, if you were going for a Titan, you would roll maneuver. If you're just swinging to a tree, we can just say you can do that.
Okay, cool. Cool. Knowing it's
Now
lucky.
we need to try to save William.
And if that's gonna be your turn, Falco, the rookies are gonna go up.
Oh, I'll shout to William. William, you're going the wrong way. My turn.
Bertrand gets his swords ready and says, "Don't worry, I got this." And he's going to try and go in for the rightmost Titan. And he's going to immediately use his ability called Humanity's Champion, which gives him a +3 to all rolls for 1 turn during combat.
Ooh.
So that becomes a 13 as he swings in and goes for his attack. That is a 15 as Bertrand swings in and slices through the nape of the small one. And we'll say he's now like on the back of the Titan as Aldo is going to try and go in. Being a bit more of a careful person, he is going to swing. He's going to go in towards the leftmost one and try and swing at its left leg to try and cripple it. So that is a maneuver roll. He is fine. And then an attack roll, which he is, because it is a small Titan, he is able to take down one of the legs as it drops to a knee and prevents it from moving. However, that does now go to the Titans. And the small Titan who is just disabled is going to try and grab Aldo. Let me see here what it is for that.
I think they roll maneuver, don't they?
Yeah, it's a maneuver check, and then...
Or reaction, maybe, actually. I don't know. I think it's player-facing, though.
Yeah, Okay, yeah, it's a maneuver check if you fail an attack, or when you fail to get up onto it to attack the nape. I think it's just a reaction check to avoid being grabbed in general. So Aldo needs to make a reaction check or get grabbed. He needs to beat a 5. As long as he doesn't get a 2, he is able to jump back a little bit and not get grabbed. The other small one is going to continue moving up to you, William, and try and grab you, so please give me a reaction. Okay.
That's +3.
It goes to swipe at you, but you dodge out of the way, and it is back to the squad's turn.
I'm gonna look at this little titan that just tried to grab me back. I got you now, you son of a bitch. And I'm gonna swing around and try to get its nape.
All right, roll me a maneuver.
And that's +2, so...
All right, you are in position. Roll an attack.
And that's +6.
All right, it is still a natural 1.
Alright, can I use my second swing ability?
You can reroll 1 failed sword attack per combat.
That's +6.
That will swing around and take the nape out as you cut it down, and it falls onto its fat belly. Who would like to go next?
I
I
better
think
get
I'm
in on
gonna-
the. You go.
You go
go ahead.
Oh.
I'm gonna. Check. I better get in on the fun too. I want to try to swing down to this guy.
Alright. Maneuver. Alright, you're able to get into position, but can you kill it with an attack?
Here it is.
Well, that's a natural 1, but you have second swing.
Yeah, I have second swing too. I will use it. You roll?
With a 6, you are able
+3.
You are so a 9. You're able to swing in and get right above it, as you can see its leg begin to regenerate, and you are able to get in just between the steam and slice the nape as it goes down.
Yeah. Ah, I got him.
And as you stand there, you see Aldo with a look of bewilderment on his face as he goes, "Oh, we actually did it! We did it!" And he looks at Bertrand, who's on the other Titan. He says, "Oh, Bertrand, we did it! We survived our first fight! We actually killed Titans!" Despite
I'm gonna
Aldo not killing a single one.
I'm gonna swing down because I think I'm the only one in a tree.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna swing down and be like, "All right, good job, rookies." But we're not done yet.
The Bertrand has the all like hands on his hips, fists on his hips, like, "Oh, we did good. That was exhilarating." I'm sure it. And he looks at Nicole as you congratulate him. I'm sure it doesn't compare to your first outing, but that was good.
All right, now where to now? I say that, but I'm the captain.
Supposed to find abnormals, right?
You were told to lure it out somehow. And,
Were these necessarily abnormal? I kicked it before it disintegrates.
They
Nah.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say they seem to be normal, but William, you're coming back into the fold now, walking back in.
I'd hearing his question, I'd kick at one of them and I'd be like, "Nah, nothing abnormal about any of these. We did stir up heck of a ruckus though, so a couple more might show up. We shouldn't let our guard down."
Are we back to the trees?
That is probably the safest place.
Well, if we made some noise, I say, let them come. If this is all they got, surely we can handle the rest.
You say that till you have a 4-meter tall titan leaping at you.
And you
How tall were these
see,
ones?
each of them were 5 meters. So
Okay.
for Falco and William, just track 5 experience points, and Nicole, the medium you killed was a 7 meter for 7 XP. 7 meter and 3 5 meters. And Bertrand looks at you, William, saying, you don't know you're ready until you got a leaping titan coming at you. And he kind of looks a bit like, not embarrassed, but he gives you the look of, well, shit, you're probably right. But surely we can still handle that.
Guess we won't find out until another one pops up.
Alright, well,
Back to the trees then?
if that's your order,
Yeah.
back to the trees. And Bertrand and Aldo will both make their way back onto the tree tops and lean against the trees and wait for the Titans to come. Or if there's anything you guys would like to do while you're waiting.
I think Falco will break off a branch and start just whittling past the time.
I think I'd just be staring in the forest, just watching anything that moves.
Alright.
How are we gonna drag this abnormal out?
I'm thinking we might need to go in and lure him out. Because it's been a bit. If anything, heard that fight, they would have been on us by now. Just really don't like the idea of sending anyone in for bait.
I don't either.
Bertrand looks at William on the branch next to him and he says, isn't that what we just did? And he points to William. Or was that and then he looks directly at William and he says, was that even a command, or did you just do that on your own?
I mean, someone had to do it, and I didn't really see you two hopping off the tree, running down or running through the forest. So I figured I might as well go.
You're lucky he jumped. I was about to tell you to.
I think those Titans, they were kind of happened to be close enough to the forest edge to where they came within our vicinity, but I mean, we've been here for a while now and nothing else has come out. I'm thinking we might need to start advancing into the forest, but this visibility is just so bad with the trees, so... We have horses, right? Or no?
You would have horses, but I believe if I'm remembering correctly, when the survey are stationed on the trees themselves, I think they abandon their horses at like a forward operating point.
And just kind of move in.
And then, because I know when Aaron and the group are first in the forest of the giant trees, I don't think they have horses.
Yeah, I think they wound up like sending them back or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly.
So you would have had your horses, but to be outposted on the trees themselves, you would have sent them back.
And besides, the thrill of the chase goes both ways. I think it's just as invigorating being chased down by a titan as it is to slay a titan. I don't think I've ever had as much of an excitement being ran down by 3 titans just to turn around and face one.
You have.
I
a
can
death
honestly
wish,
say I'd
William.
do it again.
Yeah, Aldo would also agree with Falco and be like, aren't you scared you'll die?
We all die at some point. It's just a matter of where.
But I'd like to die at old age in my bed, not to one of these monsters.
Well, if
I
you're
mean,
not
I don't want to die.
What'd you join the Survey Corp for then?
I don't want to die either, but I have no false pretensions of living to my mid-80s.
Aldo, in response, you kind of get the vibe that you're getting a out of character, a Mikasa and Eren vibe, despite one of them not being a potential lover in the finale. But Aldo does say, and it points to Bertrand, and he says, I signed up to keep him alive and out of stupid situations.
Well, I mean, I can just try to scout ahead and see if there's at least any sign of anything further into the forest. I'm at least not terrible at hiding up here in the trees. I mean, I don't want to get known for being a coward, but
And
I'm pretty
you
good.
don't have to worry. I don't plan on letting anyone in my squad die.
You want to come with?
If there's anything I can do
Death
about
wish,
it,
William.
anything I can do about it, I'll see to it. Yeah, I'll come with you.
All right, both of you give
And
me
yeah.
maneuvers.
For this, would my perk of street rat to have advantage on? Oh, that's the reaction rolls involving climbing, stealing, and hiding is what I was thinking. But maybe that doesn't apply. Maneuver.
And that's a 4 altogether.
For me, that's a 10.
Okay, so from with everyone watching, Falco like blitzes off into the forest, and William, you're struggling to keep up with him a bit. You're a bit further behind him. You can still see where he's going, but he is like blitzing ahead of you. It is a vast difference in ODM usage here. Both of you roll me reactions.
That's an 8.
Okay. The first thing.
No, sorry.
Mhm.
That's a 9. My bad.
Okay.
Sorry, bad at math.
The first thing, Falco, you are able to tell that William is falling behind.
Okay, if I could react to that, I would try to like find another branch and just kind of pause and wait for him.
And William, if you join him on the branch, you do see Falco pauses to wait for you to join him deeper into the forest.
I'll stop on the branch with him to scout it out.
Okay. The both of you, now that you're a bit deeper into the forest, you begin to, you hear the sounds of, actually, you don't hear much animal life, which is the first concern, because it means something's in the area. And then you feel the ground shake. you hear boom,
Oh no.
boom, boom. As you look towards the ground from your high vantage point and can see twigs and pebbles shaking more so than the previous titans you fought just did.
William, I think we gotta get back at this point. I think we found what we were looking for.
How big do you think it is? I'm kind of curious to see it.
I don't know. Do you feel those shakes? It's got to
Yeah.
be bigger than the other one was 7 meters. It's got to be bigger than that.
Yeah, we probably should get back to the others. We got to make sure it follows us somehow, though.
Can I do I have a flare gun?
I'll say you whoever, yeah, you would be able to keep the flare gun from your previous mission. You would have been resupplied. Which,
I forgot the colors, but I think red was
Is it
or yellow, red or
black
yellow
abnormal?
probably.
let me look it up. Attack on Titan.
I don't know if it's an abnormal necessarily. It's just
Flare
freaking
gun.
huge, probably.
Yeah, we should probably like a caution flare. I don't know what the flare color would necessarily be or danger.
What was your total reaction, William?
9.
9. Okay, so black is abnormal. Red is just Titan spotted. Yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to see anything in the forest, though.
As you kind of you say, but I want to see this thing. You kind of keep your eyes out a bit more, despite the trees and the foliage blocking. You see, this Titan is unlike anything you've seen before. Mostly because it is large. As in, like, it is bulky. It has very visible, unlike previous Titans where it looks like just all fat, this thing has muscle. It is bulked up, and it stands as tall as your branch at around 18 meters.
Holy.
Launch the flare and run. Launch the flare and run. Black flare, black flare, black flare and run, black flare and run.
Black? Okay. I'm going to load the black. Shoot it, but I don't think the
Are you
forest
shooting
is
it
gonna let
at
it go.
the Titan? Or
No,
are you
up into
shooting it
the...
up?
Trying to get it to the sky. I'm trying to get it
Yeah.
through the canopy.
Okay.
18 meters. That's like 50-some feet.
Roll me a d10 and combine your maneuver and reaction, Falco.
D10 maneuver and reaction plus 5 for an 11.
Okay.
No, sorry, plus 6 for 12. Sorry, wrong 2 stats.
Nicole, roll me your reaction and add an additional add the bonus twice to it. That's how we're gonna do this.
And then my reaction would make it 5, and I don't know what the bonus is.
The bonus is the small number, so it would be if your bonus is +2, it'd be a 7.
Oh, I don't have a bonus on my reaction. I have a bonus on my attack.
Well, what's the number next to your reaction?
1.
Okay, so then it'd be a 6. That's
So
what I
be
mean.
6.
Add that number twice.
Oh, okay, I see.
So
Okay,
you
sorry.
get a 6. Because you and the other rookies are near the edge of the forest. You're at the edge of the forest, and so you have an easier time looking above the canopy. And maybe we'll say 20 or so minutes have passed. 25 minutes have passed with William and Falco in the forest. And while I describe this, can both William and Falco give me maneuver checks, please? You look up and you can see a black flare in the sky signaling an abnormal Titan. spotted.
Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna tell the rookies that they need to get ready. That something's coming.
Okay. You see both of them get their swords at the ready as quicker than quick can be, quicker than they went into the woods and the forest, almost in record time. You can see maybe a little ways in, you do see Falco and William like speeding their way through the woods if you guys shout anything. So like for purposes of this map here, we'll just say like the three of you here and you guys are down here speeding your way through.
Coming up, yeah. Falco is using ODM very
So
gratuitously with big
we
swings and arcs for better speed.
we had like a decent. You said it was like 20 minutes. So we had like a 20-minute trip back roughly as well.
Yes, but your maneuvers made it so you cut that down about half.
Okay. Would I have gotten a good enough look at the Titan would I have like seen that Titan from somewhere before? Like, was it would I have been able to recognize it from like when we were kids?
Oh, that's a
Like, is
good
it?
question. I would say that
Yeah, we also need to make sure it's following us too, actually.
I would say that because that's the destruction of the wall is a very static memory in your head. That is not a hard thing to forget. It is the Titan you just saw is muscular, but it didn't seem to be muscular and armored. The thing that you saw bust down the wall had armor plating. This guy just looks buff.
Okay.
So do I see the Titan yet or no?
You do not see it yet, but you do see the other two come speeding in.
It's coming.
This Titan must have been the second biggest freaking Titan I've ever seen.
What are you guys talking about? What's going on?
It'll be at least 20
Oh.
meters, 15 meters, something like that. It's huge. We get there. I want to form up on the same branch as them.
Bertrand looks a mix of worried but like ready, and he goes, well, is it 15 or is it 20?
Might even be closer to 30.
William got a better look than I, to be honest. He was in the back.
Out of character, I really don't remember how big you said it was.
It was around 18, 19
I think it was
meters.
18.
Okay. Yeah, it was probably about 20 meters tall if I had to guess. Maybe 25. I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit here because I was like panicking.
Do I have time to replenish my gas with a fresh can and just stow my old one?
You would likely have the time because it did seem slow, but it was moving.
Then I'm gonna do it.
And
I feel like I used a lot on my speeding.
We should feel the rumbling soon. You'll know when it's coming because everything will start. You'll hear the dum 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 of the footsteps.
Aldo definitely looks the most worried as he says, 25 meters? How are we supposed to fight something like that?
We gotta get it on its knees.
I think we need to... What if we spread out? Some people below, right close at leg level, ready to chop
Right.
his leg.
Yeah,
People
two
above
of
him,
us.
ready to get his neck.
Yeah, two of us should wait down by the base of the trees on the opposite side to surprise its legs, while someone waits up top to go for the neck, and we have the other two waiting on standby just in case.
Bertrand would look at you, William, and he points his sword at you and he goes, we got this. Let's get down there. Let's get ready for the legs.
I'm gonna look to Nicole.
Let's
and
do it
just
then.
Look, am I staying on the branch, or do you want me down there?
Oh, were you talking to me? Oh, stay up here on the branch. We'll try to get his name.
Because we didn't stick around long enough to see if it was just the one Titan. There
Mhm.
may be more following.
True.
We may kill this big one, but there may be other ones with it.
For scouting, I guess I kind of panicked. I should have tried to get more information. I'm sorry. I'll draw my blades at this point.
I mean, do you see how big that thing was? Kind of hard to stay calm when if it would have walked, like if it would have kept on walking and we would have stayed where we were at, it would have walked right by our freaking faces. Like it was literally head height with us on that branch.
So we should probably move higher up then? So it doesn't see us?
Or at least position yourself wisely.
Right.
As you guys begin to prepare, taking your time, getting your gas ready, getting the weapons ready, placing yourself on the ground or in the branches, you do begin to hear the boom, 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 the thud of this Titan. And eventually you do see it come into view from through the trees. This is a gigantic Titan. And you do see it is followed by two medium Titan class Titans. So you are faced with one giant and two mediums. As I'm going to move ourselves to a new map here.
Gosh.
Here we go.
And it is the scouts who go first.
Has
And
this? So have they like crossed the trees that were like? I assume so, but they're like.
I should describe, we're not actually in the fields here. This is just the best map
Okay,
I have.
yeah.
They would still be in the forest itself.
Mm-hmm.
But just for sake of easy to use map, we're gonna use this map. You are still in the forest, and William and Bertrand, the two of you guys, are hiding behind trees or in a bush or whatever as they approach.
And have they, like, where are they at in relation to us? Are they, like, close enough to where we can make our move yet? Or should we wait still?
I would say, since we're on actually, like, a combat map, I will say they are close enough for anyone to make their move.
Okay.
We've kind of
I'm
already
gonna...
waited for that sweet time to attack.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna yell at Bertrand, and I'm gonna pretty much yell out, now, as I hop out from behind the tree, and I'm gonna try to hack this thing's, leg off as high up as I can get without having to use my ODM gear. So just an attack roll. Not trying to make a maneuver for the ODM.
Alright, let me make sure here. Okay, roll your attack.
And that's +6, so that's an 8.
And you're going for the giant.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to strike the Titan and you run in and past its shin to take down its leg, you drag your swords across, but when you get to the other side, you realize that upon impact, your swords have shattered. And you did not get a clean cut.
Can I second swing it?
I will allow it this one time.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that 8 would pass or fail. That's why I didn't ask initially. I should have figured when you asked, like, confirming it was a medium titan, but... Alright, 16.
That's a natural 10, which does give you the crit, which I will let me see here on crits.
Best one-time allowance ever.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. You swing into the shin of the Titan. And as you swing, you just shout. You are shouting, "This is the biggest thing you've ever seen," and you are cutting through. And when you get to the other side, you realize through your shouting and rage and momentum, you've cut through both of its shins as you feel the thud as it goes prone and slams into the ground, almost giving the two of you on the ground airtime as you feel the thud of it go boom as a large dust cloud just settles.
And I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Don't just stand there, kill the thing!"
I'll have him go next. Bertrand will try and leap up to attack. He will go with a maneuver. Let me see here. Okay. He's gonna go for an attack on the nape. Ooh. An 8. That is a 12. Despite him being prone, it becomes easier to hit the nape, but it doesn't change the maneuverability. So that is technically a failed maneuverability roll. Which means he now has to make a reaction check with a DC of 18 to avoid being grabbed.
Dude, this thing's a beast. You're not
Can I
safe in
just
here.
Guardian shove him?
What does
Am I close
Guardian do?
enough just shove an ally out of the way to avoid them from being grabbed.
Looking to read Guardian exactly. Is that all it says?
Let me pull it up on the PDF.
Shove an ally out of the way to avoid being grabbed by a Titan once per battle.
Once per combat, yeah.
You are able to... You see him about to be grabbed by this giant Titan, and you're able to shoulder check him out of the way as both of you tumble off to the side.
Imagine you use ODM at the same time to help with it, to like slingshot yourself into him out of the way of the hand.
Alright, rest of the squad on the trees. You see the giant Titan fell face first onto the ground, or maybe on his back, because he was able to grab towards Bertrand. And
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the hand or arm a targetable piece of the Titan? I forgot.
Arms are indeed targetable. It disables their ability to grab.
Because obviously we're above it, so I can see what's happening. Can I launch down and try to chop at the, I don't know what, elbow or shoulder, whatever it is? Probably the shoulder.
Sure. That it will be a maneuverability. I think it would still be a maneuverability for William, despite not using ODM for an attack roll, because when you to engage a Titan. It does say Titan combat, you have to make it a successful ODM maneuver check, but if you're on the ground and going for a leg, it doesn't make much sense to have to use ODM if you're just charging on foot.
If it's the heel, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's the heel, you wouldn't need to, I'd imagine.
But if you're jumping from a tree, I will ask for ODM usage.
Yeah, I'll absolutely
You're
do
gonna
that.
fall
So
into the ground and just break your neck.
that's a nat 10 plus 4 maneuver.
You are able to get in position to strike at the grasping arm.
So attack is a 12.
A 12. You go in to strike at the arm. As you connect with the shoulder blade, the muscle of this Titan flexes, and you feel your blades shatter.
Yeah, this thing is tough.
And now it is up to Nicole or the final rookie. So you're like right here now, Falco.
Yeah.
There are two medium-sized Titans, about 7 meters tall, who are approaching from the forest.
I think I'd try to get one of the medium Titans out of the way, so they don't try to grab nobody.
Alright, go for a maneuver. What are these back-to-back 10s? Oh my gosh!
Plus 3, so 13.
This is insane! Yeah, you're able to get to whichever of the medium Titans you wish, and you can go for an attack.
We'll say the one that's closest to William.
Alright, so this guy.
Yeah. And 6, 7, 8, 9.
Alright, you swoop in.
Oh, I said 93.
You swoop in and cut right through and take out the 7-meter. And
He's got more 7-meter kills than I have, like, regular kills. I have small kills.
And it is Aldo's turn. He will try and swing into the other medium Titan to prevent it from getting to Bertrand. So he will maneuver first. That will be enough, and he's going to go for the nape. And he cuts it down.
Ooh.
Nice.
As it goes to the Titan's turn, which is the giant. Now, I did say he's buff, but he is slow. So it is going to try and reach out towards you, Falco. So you will get advantage on your reaction check.
That's
That's not good.
plus reaction, so 4.
That's not good.
Hey, roll me a d10.
D10. 3.
Okay, so as you okay, as you go to... You see the arm coming. You see it reaching out to you, and you go to ODM away. But the giant hand of the Titan slams into the ODM wire, sending you crashing onto the ground. And you are stunned for 1 turn. Which means... I'm sure it has an actual rule. I can't find it, so this is how I'm going to interpret stunned. It's going to skip your turn, and it has to get back to you again to get rid of stunned. And you'll have disadvantage on all maneuverability and reaction checks until it gets back to you. So it's going to be the scout's turn, but this turn it's going to skip you. You're still going to be stunned, and when it gets back to your turn again, you won't be stunned anymore.
Okay, sounds good. So like the wire gets yanked, and I just go completely tumbling into, I don't know, like over here or something.
The ground, basically, yeah. So everyone would see Falco go to launch up, and the Titan slam into the wire, and he goes like face first into the dirt, and just seems out of it as it goes back to the scouts.
After seeing that happen to my friend Falco, I'd charge right in and try to... I'm not sure if I could get its nape, but if I couldn't get its nape, honestly, I feel like William would just try to lop its head right off.
Alright, go for it. Go,
I need maneuverability.
I will say, despite it being on the ground, it is giant, so you will need a maneuverability.
9 plus 2, so 12.
Alright, let me look at the thing here. Um, 12? Okay. You are able to swing, and you are able to find a gap where it's trying to reach itself upwards, and you can go for the attack.
Plus 6. So 8. I don't know what 8 plus 6 is. I'm checking.
14?
Yeah, someone that's better at math than me, 14.
Okay. How do you kill the giant?
Preferably I lop its head right off. If I
Okay.
rolled high enough for that.
So you go charging in, and you swing your blade, feeling the flesh begin to disconnect. Blood spurts, and when you are all said and done on the other side of the head, almost as much as the body weighs, you see the head go flying and slam into the ground like the head of the Statue of Liberty in Cloverfield. As it slams with weight that you've, again, never felt before, but it is dead.
See, that's what I mean. You go for the legs, then you take its head.
And Falco, I will say, you're able to come to just as you see the head go flying off of the giant.
Like doing a push-up to kind of get back up onto my knees, shaking dirt out of my face and mouth, wiping, and then kind of like look back. Holy shit, he did it!
I'm gonna run up to Falco, make sure he's okay. Concerned for my friend.
Oh, I think I'm okay. I'll lift up both my arms, move them, move my legs, get lifted up. I'm just shook up. I think I'm good.
Well, that went a lot better than I expected.
Me too. It shattered my blades. I need to
Yeah,
figure out what William's
this thing
doing
was
for his
tough.
exercise.
Like, really tough.
Was that your only set of blades?
No, I've restocked to the next set. We have 4 sets, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down to 3.
As you all stand there, can you all roll me reactions, please?
Sure.
I'll roll for the NPCs.
Mine was 11.
That's
I
not
rolled
good. He's
a
gonna
8 for
reroll
me.
that because he has an ability. Okay, so an 8 for Falco. What was Williams? An 11? And a 5 from Nicole. Here's what happens. As you all are standing there and discussing, talking about the victory, going over it, you see and experience another factor to why this was an abnormal Titan. You see its body begins to bloat almost, and its stomach erupts with acidic bile that goes splashing everywhere. And for the most part, everyone is able to avoid it, except for, in a horrible twist of fate, except for Nicole.
Oh no.
So everyone is able to ODM out of the way, run out of the way, get behind a rock or a tree as it sizzles and burns away at the landscape. But Nicole, as you jump behind a tree, some of it, we'll say, hit your one of your arms, and you can feel your skin begin to sizzle and melt, and you will have a -2 to all attack rolls until you're able to make it back to the city and get proper medical care. And all of you do see this as the acid rain finishes. You do see Nicole's skin sizzling and burning away.
Oh, we gotta get you to a doctor.
We completed our what our mission was supposed to be, right? The abnormal.
You did kill the
I
abnormal.
think so. At this point, we should get the hell out of here. You okay?
For now, let's just hurry up and get back before this gets any worse. I say, like, grabbing my arm in pain.
Like a napalm burn.
Like an acid burn.
Ooh.
And Bertrand and Aldo would reunite with you all, see the wound, and agree with the captain we should get going to get that covered, and also before any more come out of the trees. And if you all begin making your way to where you've left your horses, begin making your way to the nearest outpost of scouts where you can resupply and get medical healing, that, with a successful mission and some injuries that may or may not affect the future, that is the mission.
I love it.
XP wise, what did we get for that last fight?
So, the first fight, it was 1 7-meter, which Nicole killed, so that is 7 XP to Nicole if you've marked it down. And then it was William and Falco, who killed 2 3 meters, or 5 meters, so each of you get 5 XP. And first fight, and then it was a 7 meter for Nicole in the second, which was another 7 XP. And because the way the system works, the one who gets the kill gets the XP, which means William
Big haul.
gets a total of
It is.
18 XP for the giant.
Oof, I'm sending a tasty 43 XP.
So 14 total XP for Nicole, 5 for William and Falco, and then another 18 for William as the mission comes to a conclusion with the abnormal Titan dead.